Gone. Of all the things to take, they took those.
Nothing else appears disturbed. We've contacted Scotland Yard, my lord, and they're bringing Mr. Holmes.
Unless you've something more enthralling than the plumage and plight of the Stresserman's bristlefront, I'm afraid you have the wrong number.
Not quite. High-profile guest at the Belgrave lost something important. Photographs, apparently. No forced entry, nothing else touched.
Photographs? Art, intelligence, or indiscretion?
Hard to say. He won't discuss the content. Just says their exposure would complicate matters.
Ah, the nobleman's version of ruin my reputation. I'll be there shortly.
He won't say what the pictures are, only that they'd be damaging if misused.
Again, that's nobleman for someone's seen something they shouldn't, which likely makes this theft personal, if not professional.
3 women on the floor. 1 guest, 1 visitor, 1 housekeeper. No forced entry, no witnesses. If you ask me, it smells like an inside job.
Speaking of smells, mildew. Something old. Faint, but persistent.
This hotel's supposed to be 5 stars.
It is. But not everything that clings is visible. Let's take note of what lingers and what doesn't. Lord Wellington, I presume. I understand discretion is your currency of choice.
I find it well spent. This drawer was locked. Only my guard and I have access.
Clean work. Lock's been pried, not picked. Whoever did this had little time, but just enough.
I left for an hour this afternoon. When I returned, it was open and contents were removed.
And you'd prefer I not ask what was taken?
Correct.
Then let's recap what you can share. The photographs are not rare, not valuable in resale, but irreplaceable. Emotional weight, not monetary. You're not just worried about them being seen, you're worried about them being used.
In so many words, yes.
According to the cameras, only 3 women were moving about on this floor between the time Lord Wellington left and returned. 1 guest, 1 visitor, and 1 housekeeper. All were in this hallway within the window.
Let's bring them in, quietly.
Miss Lynn, your log shows you cleaned this suite earlier today.
Just the bathroom for the most part. Didn't go near the guests' belongings in the room. I just wiped surfaces.
I can smell the lemon-scented polish, but mixed with a sweet, floral aroma with balsamic undertones.
If you say so. I just used the cleaner in the cart. It's lemon-scented.
Do you wear gloves while engaging in such work?
Always. Especially with guests like this one. Big names with fragile tempers are the first to use their power as leverage. I could lose my job with 1 complaint by someone of Lord Wellington's stature.
Has such a threat been made upon you?
Not me specifically, but I take extra care to not put myself in situations like that.
Any unusual behavior today?
Honestly, a keycard went missing from my cart today. Ms. Gray came by for a bit of a visit, and it had to have happened around the same time. I can't imagine why she would take it, but look, this could be one of those situations for both of us if she did.
Quite interesting. Lestrade, let's speak to Miss Gray.
You were a visitor on the 4th floor today, Ms. Gray. Were you invited?
Oh no, I stopped by to leave some homemade jam for the pastry chef and some other old friends. I'm retired now, but the place still feels like home.
Did you enter any rooms while you were here?
I visited with Charlotte for a bit while she was cleaning the bathroom in our luxury suite. She seemed a bit stressed, so I didn't stay long. I just left my jam for her on the desk.
Are you familiar with the gentleman staying in the luxury suite?
Oh, most certainly. He often stays here for privacy and relaxation, even entertainment occasionally. I've never been involved in such things, mind you. Such scoundrels helped pay the bills for many years, but they're not worth 1 jar of my jam.
Did you see anything else unusual during your visit?
There was a well-dressed woman near room 412, standing there the whole time I was talking to Charlotte. I think she might have been on her phone.
Thank you, Miss Gray. Lestrade, let's visit with Miss Crest, shall we? Miss Crest, you checked into room 412 last night. Is that correct?
That's right. I'm in town for an exhibition at the Tate.
You were seen in the hallway this afternoon. Did you pass by the suite down the hall earlier?
I just stepped out to meet a friend downstairs. This is a hallway, Detective. I passed many things, I'm sure. There were a couple of women talking in the suite when I passed, now that you mention it. I only heard voices. I didn't see any faces. It sounded secretive, and I couldn't make out much. I heard one voice say something about a desk, though I'm not sure how that helps.
Interesting. So you're here for business, you say?
Yes, I deal in estate curation. Portraits, mostly.
Curious field. What draws you to faces?
I just love a good story. Portraits tell stories people would never dare say aloud.
I can't help notice your fragrance. The lavender precedes you. Do you often wear such a fragrance to meet a friend?
Okay, perhaps he was more than just a friend. Does knowing that help you narrow your suspect list? It seems you'd have more important lines of inquiry to follow.
Quite the opposite. My interest grows with every question. Did he join you upstairs?
No, we met for tea, and I took the elevator back up only a couple of minutes before this investigation started. And I have been in my room since.
And if you'd stay only a few more minutes, we'll have this intrusion wrapped up nicely for you. Lestrade, ready your cuffs. It's time to put this hotel caper to bed.
None of them gave up anything useful. What's your read, Sherlock?
Wrong again, Lestrade. Your thief practically left her calling card.
Per usual, Sherlock figured it out. Do you know who the culprit is? Is it... Suspect number 1, Charlotte Lynn. Suspect number 2, Millicent Gray. Suspect number 3, Annabelle Crest. Pause if you like, but I'm ready to find out who did it. So who do you like for this, Holmes?
Hotel guest Annabelle Crest, of course.
I didn't hear her say anything about even being in the room like the other two ladies. How did you get that?
Not because of what she said, because of how she moved. She left no trace of her scent on the elevator. She left perfume lingering in the hallway and even in Mr. Wellington's suite, but nowhere else. That's not coincidence. It's evidence. She never took the elevator downstairs, as she claims, but stayed on the 4th floor the whole time. If she had, the elevator would have smelled of lavender, overpowering the faint mildew.
Still circumstantial.
Consider also that she never asked what was stolen. Despite her stated love for stories, especially those we keep secret, she never showed the remotest interest in our case, yet was keen to divulge that she overheard Ms. Gray mention the desk in which the pictures were placed. That's not ignorance. That's strategy.
Then let's pay her another visit and see what she has to say for herself. Annabelle Crest, Scotland Yard. Well, what do you know, Holmes? She's gone.
A note. My dear Mr. Sherlock Holmes, you do live up to your reputation. I confess I wasn't sure at first. Your arrival was announced with such quiet efficiency. I barely believed it had happened at all.
But then I saw you in action, surgical in precision, yet laced with civility. You drew no weapon, and yet you disarmed everyone in the room. I had heard of you, of course. Women of my profession are always warned about men of yours. I will admit this much. I did not expect you to notice the elevator. Most men don't think about what lingers after they leave a room, but you do. And that, I think, is what makes you dangerous. The photographs are safe. Not returned, but safe. I have no interest in scandal, only in insurance. And I suspect your client knows better than to test how well I'm insured. Should we cross paths again, and I rather hope we do, I promise to give you more of a chase. Today, I merely wanted to know what it felt like to be seen by Sherlock Holmes. It was instructive.
With admiration, A.
Annabelle.
Almost certainly not. Annabelle was the role she acted for us. I have a feeling our mysterious Lady A has a great number of aliases at her disposal.
Shame. We didn't even get the part where she denies it and you embarrass her in front of your audience. I rather like that part, especially it not being me you're doing it to.
She was never here to be caught, Lestrade. She won her round before we even arrived. She stayed only long enough to see if I could find her.
And you did?
Inconsequential, though. It seems she found me first.
Do you think you'll ever find those photos?
Oh, I'll find them.
I don't know, she's a quick one, this Lady A. I've never seen a suspect get so close and slip through your fingers. How do you know you'll get the chance?
A woman such as herself, Lestrade, I suspect she intends it.